All right. Hey guys, welcome to GFG Team Call. Tonight we're going over some pretty important stuff, goal setting and how to make those goals come to fruition. It's the end of the year, which is exciting. It's exciting because you're saying goodbye to the year past, to where the things that you didn't do that you wanted to do, and you're saying hello to a fresh new start, a clean slate, time to dream bigger, to do more, to actually do something different than last year. How many people set some goals last year that you didn't reach? How many people set some goals that they didn't even write down? Thank you for your honesty. Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. How many people made a vision board last year? Did you ever look at it? Because that matters. That matters. Okay, so I'm really excited. I want you to know that goals, you're going to hear it so much. It's kind of where it all begins. But you can't just set a goal and never write it down or ever think about it. You got to be invested in it. You got to make it matter, right? We got to be so in love with it that you don't really, it's what you think about. And I know that in the beginning of this, when I was like, okay, how can I really build this business? How can I really make my efforts matter? And I'm telling you, I thought about you guys, my team, my dreams, my goals, my efforts, what I was putting out. I thought about it all day long. I was somewhat obsessed. And I've done calls before on how I want you to be obsessed and in love, but also ways to safeguard that obsession in your life and to not do other things that fill your soul. It can't just all be Beachbody, but it has to be a big part of what you're doing, because any business, whether it's a network marketing business or a coffee business or a t-shirt business, it's got to have a big reason. It's got to have a lot of meaning to you. Otherwise, you're working for someone else. And I'm not saying that you can't make a good living from that, and I'm not saying that it's not valuable or worthy. It is, but we're dreamers here. We're entrepreneurs here. You wouldn't be on this call. Okay, so that's going to take a lot of your heart. It's going to take a lot of your dedication and your time and your thoughts. But my hope is that you're going to seek out other ways to prioritize and to schedule and to make it all work together. Okay, symbiotic. All right, new year to me, refocus, re-engage, recommit. So let's not be shy about that. Forget about what we didn't do. Forget about last year or this year. And just think about what you really want. What you really want from your life, what you really want from your business. Because this is the time to make it matter to you and to make it matter to your family and to actually do something about it. It's a brand new year. And we're not going to start it with regret. We're going to start it with, hey, I got this. I'm learning from what I did, what I didn't do, and what I want. And that's where it's all going to start, is writing out these goals. So what I want you to do is just take notes of what I want you to do, and then your post call to action is actually going to be to do it. Okay? So I want you to think about 10, let's start at 10, and if you do more, that's fine. 10 crazy cool goals that you just got to see happen in this business, in your life, that this business could bridge you to. Okay, so it's going to be a myriad of business goals, life goals, family goals. And I'm just going to look down here and tell you some of the things that I want you to, some key points. Your fitness and your health. Okay? Big reason to do that is because that's part of our business here. What fitness goals do you have in mind? What health goals do you have in mind? And don't make the mistake of saying, I want my goal body. Because you've ever heard of a SMART goal? Specific, measurable, attainable, all that, okay? Be specific and be able to measure it. I don't know what your goal body is, and most of the time, you probably don't know what your goal body is, but you do have a pair of pants that you probably used to fit into, and when you fit into them, you're feeling good. I like the way I look here. You still got them. So fitting back into those jeans is measurable. So write that down. My size 6, whatever favorite pair. My size 10, whatever pair. Write that down. That's how you're going to measure that goal or something equivalent. You know your body, but just make it something that you can say, check, I did that. Now moving on, right? Financial. Right up there in the top because it's important. That's why we're all here, right? To make more money for ourselves, to make more money for our families, to have some security. Okay, what you make, it could be a week. I like going by the week or a month. And what you save, okay? Savings are important. And if you don't have someone to talk to you about your finances, find somebody because savings are important. You want to take 30% of your money for taxes, and you want to take about 10% of your money for savings. And if you can ever throw more to that, do it, okay? But always do your 30% for when tax time comes around. I like this one. Rank. I like it not only because it doesn't mean when I reach this rank, I'm going to make a ton of money. Rank doesn't always mean money. But it means that you have something that you're working towards. It means that you are aiming to build your team. And that is really what this is all about. Maybe not just for your own accolades and your own awesomeness. So you can say, hey, I'm a diamond coach or a star diamond. But because you are helping people become Beachbody advocates, you're helping other people start dreaming their dreams. And that's why it matters, okay? Make a rank goal. And I like to break this one up for the year. By summit and by the end of the year. Otherwise, it's a little overwhelming, right? Okay, so make this and make it scary. Don't make these easy. Here's the thing with a goal. I don't want it to scare you or frighten you. I want it to inspire you and motivate you. But sometimes that feels the same. Excitement and fear feels a lot alike if you ever think about it. Are you excited or are you nervous? It feels the same. Jittery, sweaty, I can't really sit still, kind of got to pee. That's nervousness and excitement, right? So who cares? And what I want you to remember is, if you set a goal and you miss it, it is okay. It is a missed goal. It is not a death sentence, okay? I need you to understand that because a lot of amazing things happen in the pursuit of that missed goal. I have goals on my first board that I still haven't made. 15 star, anybody? It happens. But $1 million earner, multiple star diamonds in different businesses, financial freedom, new house, new car, all of that happened in pursuit of 15 star that I never freaking made, okay? So don't be scared to set a goal that you might not make. And you might not make everything that you put on your board for 2016 and 2016. But you know what? Again, that's okay. Why? Because you're pushing harder and you're going to attain more. You're going to grow more to reach it. So don't be scared and don't make the mistake I made in the beginning, which was setting goals that I knew I could make that were going to happen naturally anyway. Set goals that are pushing your limits just a little bit. That matters. Okay? So rank by summit, rank by the end of the year. Family. I think this is a big one. Multifaceted. But it's what we're all doing it for, right? I put on there marriage counseling. Call me crazy. I'm not your counselor, but it's something that I think is important to safeguard your marriage. I think it's important to have super open communication with your partner, spouse, or family about this business. Why? Because it's now taking your time when before it was given elsewhere. It's important to you, and your spouse may not even know how important it is to you until you verbalize that. And if you don't verbalize it, then you're left feeling unvalued, belittled, insignificant, right? So if you talk to, I see someone saying thank you, you can't expect them to read your mind. Some people are building this business because they want to prove that they have something to offer. Some people are building because they want to bring their husband home, or because their back is against the wall and they don't have any other reason or way to make money or to create success, whatever. We all have our own reasons, but your people in your life that are around you that now see there's things that are changing, they need to know why and what you're up to. Don't make it secret. And we'll get back to that because a big part of goal setting is sharing that and including your family. Okay, so marriage counseling, put it on there. We all should be in it anyway, business or not, because we need to seek wise counsel. That's why we read personal development. That's why we get on these calls, because we need to hear from other people what's working, what's not working. And sometimes you may even get a little insight about, oh, that's kind of familiar, struck a chord. That's happened in my household right now. I'm not alone, those kind of things. Set yourself up for success in life, business, marriage, family, right? I put date nights with your spouse and with your kids. And it may only be once a month, and that's fine. But kids, if you got them, they want to feel, where did mom go? Mom used to be baking me cookies after school. Now she's holding her phone, or now she's on the computer, right? Let them know, honey, I am doing this for you. And there have been times when Soren will try to shut my computer. This was back when he was a little younger. Or pull my hand away from the keyboard. And I'd let him know, honey, you see me more than most children get to see their parents. But I still work. I just work from home. I let them know that. Like, mommy's not just a home mom. I'm a work from home mom. And it's kind of confusing, but I talk to him often just to let him know, doing this for you, doing this for us, but I got to do this, okay? And a lot of times I would wake up earlier than him, I'd stay up later than him, and I'd work during his naps, okay? Vacation. Who has taken their family on a vacation lately? Who wants to? How good does it feel for those people that took them, right? Okay, I'm going to really get serious here and kind of sad. One of the most important, vital things that I heard in the beginning of my business was about a family and a vacation and building a business. And it goes a little something like this. When you are making your goals and you're making a vision board and you're putting these images there, Disney World, Mickey Mouse, the castle, Magic Kingdom, all over the refrigerator, taking you guys on a trip. That's a commitment. That's an accountability to your family, right? That's going to make you work. So then the person that gives up, and you think you guys are all seeing a lot of coach cancellations in your email, I get all of them. Everybody that in this downline that quits rolls right up to me. I see it all. And you know what? I feel sad. I feel sad if they did proclaim those goals to their children or if they never made them. I feel sad either way because it matters. So what are you going to do? Give up? And then this is what he said. And then in front of your kids, you're taking those pictures down. Sorry, kids, no Disney, no trip. It was too hard. I gave up. No one wanted what I had. My coach quit, so I must now quit too. Whatever. That's why it's important to say, look, I'm serious about this, and it may be a year from now, or it may be 2, but we're going to Disney. That has to happen. My sister put her vacation to Disney, I think in 2013, at a vision board making party that I hosted here in Florida, and they went this year. It took a little longer than she expected, but they went. But she never gave up on that dream. Be specific about where you're going. I keep saying Disney because we live here, and I know that's a place where everyone wants to go, and I know it's super expensive. Okay, so I always say that. But wherever your dream vacation is, put it. Be specific. That's part of that setting a measurable goal or a SMART goal. I put faith on here because I know that this team is made up of a lot of people of spirituality and faith. And just some suggestions. Weekly church may not be something that's in your life right now. Reading daily is not in mine, needs to be. Okay? That's something that weighs on me every single day. I will read my personal development before my Bible or before a devotional, and I don't know why. Okay? I need to get that straight. And maybe you do too. I don't know. Or get involved in a small group, because that's going on my 2016 goal board, because I've always used I'm too busy, and I know that it would just really connect me to my church family, so I'm going to make that decision to do that. Personal development, one easy way to do that is 12 books a year, 1 a month. And what I love to do is perhaps I would grab this book here, I'd open it up, say this is January. There's 195, but some of it looks like post stuff. I divide that by 30. That's how many pages I need to read that each day to get that book done. Reverse engineer that goal. It is important. I cannot tell you the difference it makes. 2015 was my worst year yet. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I was disconnected. I was lost. I was confused. I was unmotivated. I was scared that maybe this isn't even like where I'm supposed to be focusing my energy. Maybe God's leading me somewhere else. And honestly, I just had gotten so far away from personal development. There was zero growth in my life. I was flatlined, resting on my laurels because life looked pretty freaking good, honestly. Business was good. Life's looking good. But I was so dissatisfied. And I found out by attending Tony Robbins' seminar is because the two main needs we have in this world is to grow and to contribute. And even though I was contributing, I was not growing. I wasn't giving anything to myself. I may have been giving things to others, but I wasn't giving anything to myself, and I was absolutely miserable. Guys, personal development matters. And I know you hear it so often that it becomes like mind-numbing and almost interior. Like you get so used to seeing it or hearing it that it loses its value. Like the word I'm sorry. If your kid tells you that after every single horrible thing they do, eventually you're like, you're not sorry. Like it just becomes meaningless. Don't let it. I need you to understand the importance. Let me be that example to you. You got to read your book each month. You got to. When you're feeling frustrated, when you're feeling stuck, when you're feeling unsure, read the words of somebody who has been there and done that. I'm telling you, it is super important. So please make that a really big one. And then you can even brainstorm with your success partner, or your friends, or the group, or go through the file and to the personal development file and say 1, 2, 3, and pick out your 12 and just dedicate it like that. That's specific. That's measurable. That's attainable. That's relevant. Team goals. I noticed in my search today that I was kind of proud of this, that in December of 12, I asked my team what their goals were because they were going on my 13 vision board. And in December 2013, I asked my team what their goals were because they were going on my 14 board. Into 14, you see what I'm saying? December. It's the time to set goals and make vision boards. Just makes sense. But I love that I asked my team, what are your goals? And that was something to like, who wants to be diamond? Who wants to be making $1,000 a week? This year I get to ask, who wants to be making $2,000 a week? I want 20. I have 6 right now of my PS that make $2,000 a week. I want 20. Do you see how it goes? And I'm involving my team because without them, I'm nothing. Without you guys, my business doesn't exist, and that's the truth. This was my 2013 vision board. I had 20 emeralds by May on there, and these are just suggestions. 500 in DFG by October. 500. There's like 3,500 now. Isn't that awesome? Trying to think. I put on there 10-star, and then I even had the people. Because these people said they wanted to be diamond. So I had my left leg people and my right leg people. Like I got super specific. I put 10-star with 10 stars, and I put diamonds all around it. This is what activates that. If you really want to get into it, reticular activating system. I did a vision board before Beachbody even. I did a speech on it. It was a demonstrative speech, I believe, and how to make a vision board. So I had to do a lot of research, and it really is a scientific thing, the law of attraction and how you activate things with images. So don't think that it's just hoopla that is silly. It really is real. So be committed to exploring that and making this, and including your team goals in there. Ask, who's still with me here next year? Who is just as serious about this as I am next year? Find that out and put them on your board. And when they drop off or quit, if they do, don't be upset by replacing them. It's life. So many people also scrolling through all the years, seeing how many grayed out names throughout the group. I just shake my head, because if I would have quit, I was in a group just like any of those names, watching other people succeed before me. And if I would have quit, look at what I would have lost. And I'm telling you guys, I was like mediocre at best for 2 years. There wasn't a whole lot of payoff to what I was doing, and I really felt like inadequate, and I thought I sucked really bad as a coach. So if I would have quit in those low times, what in the world would I have missed out on, right? Volume goals. That was a fun one for me because volume equals dollars. You hear me? Back in the day, I wanted 28,000 on my weak leg. I know that sounds lofty, and it was. It was. But do you see what I'm saying? Like about putting something that a little bigger than you could possibly achieve on there to make you scoop a little bit, do that. Set volume goals. The best way to do that is 6,000 and 12,000 equals 1,080 a week. So if you have 6,000 on one leg and 12,000 on the other on a weekly, I see wide eyes here. It happens faster than you think, but you need those key people. I'm telling you, you don't need 500 in your downline to make $1,000 a week. You need key people that get it, and they don't even have to be your PS. They just need to be underneath you, and you'll get them. You know why? Because you can put on your vision board. 8 people that get it, right? 8 people that build. Okay, so those are some suggestions. Also, dream car, upgrade home. I'm going to bring out my last year's vision board, and I'll tell you, it kind of I didn't know what to ask for anymore because I kind of felt like I got it. So it's a little scarce. But what's hysterical is I put Paris on there and just happened to be asked to attend a free trip to Paris with my BFF in the top 10. I had absolutely no idea that that was even a possibility, okay? I was hoping that her husband would be able to go with her. Just random that I got asked to go to Paris. Otherwise, I was pressure and toning. You better put a Paris trip on this map this year because I want to go. It's on my board. You don't always know how you're going to get it. And it doesn't always mean it's going to be free. You may have to pay for it in some way, like the luggage. We had to buy our luggage, but we got it. Dream home. Some pictures of a house I toured last year. Didn't get that one, but got one in the same neighborhood, but better, okay? These are actual photos that I took and printed at Walgreens. Dream home, got it. Give 40,000 away, did more than that. Baby number 2, written here on the side with a pregnant lady. I made this in 2014, guys. The pantry, that is bomb. And you guys wouldn't even believe the pantry in this house. Seriously, that was my favorite part. You just got to put it on there. The most disappointing will probably rank way off in the rank category, but I don't care. I still got some really freaking cool things that I wouldn't have otherwise gotten had I not made it real and put it on a board. And that's made it real and put it on a board. It doesn't even sound like it adds up, but it does. Okay, and I need you to understand the importance of it. Okay, so that's kind of all I have for the topics, but you can add to yours. But I don't want you to overwhelm yourself. All right, so how do we make these goals that you've crafted come to life? I'll tell you. You got to write them down. Write them down tonight before you do anything. I can't tell you how many notes that I have stumbled upon that I never even put on a vision board. 2 years later, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I wrote down that to do that. And it could be small. The fact that I even just wrote it down, imprinted it in my brain, it projected it out here, and it happened. So writing it down, just do not underestimate the power of that. That's why I write down everybody's names that say they're working with me. Because I want to put that there. You know, I want to really make that a thing. Make a vision board is the number 2. Put it where you see it. I put mine right across next to the television in our bedroom. It was the last thing I saw every night. It was the first thing I saw every morning. And when I got up, after I stretched and woke my body up, I'd stop by it and I'd look at it. I'd visualize, I'd manifest, I'd think about it, I'd believe in it, I'd give it power, I'd give it energy. That is why I like for people to make the kind you can touch and feel. Not the ones that you make online and never look at it again. They look pretty, they do. And they look really clean and crisp and awesome because you've got every perfect Google image of everything you want. But how often do you really look at it? You know what I mean? Forget interior design, forget Pottery Barn, put up your vision board. Let your whole entire family see it. Let you see it. Stop at it each day. Give it meaning. Put it in your office. Where do you work? I don't know. Like, where do you work in your house? Put it there. Wherever you are in a day. Taking down pictures of grandma. Well, maybe not grandma. Nieces and nephews. And putting up my, whatever. You got to move some things around in the house. Move it around. Number 3, involve your family. Great segue. Ask them what their dreams are. Dream together with your spouse. They're going to be rolling their eyes. When I've asked people to do this in the past, tonight after this call, I want you to walk up to your husband and say, honey, I'm taking us to fill in the blank. Or honey, I'm getting my dream car in next year. And they're going to laugh at you and they're going to think, yeah, right. And whatever, right? At least you proclaimed it. Plan it together, dream it together, and then ask for their support. Yeah, it may sound crazy, but I also believe in crazy things. I believe in the impossible. I believe in wacky things happening all the time, and I see it. I see it in this business. I see it when I see someone like make $2,000 a week in their first year. I'm like, okay, that's not normal. Okay, that's not like anything I'd ever seen before. So it's like, okay, back when I was up and coming, one of my coaches would have probably said, that's probably a little obnoxious. You'll be defeated before you even get there. How about scale that down a little bit? We can't even scale anything down anymore because crazy things are happening, right? Like people are just pushing the bar. So dream a little, dream big, ask for support. It sounds crazy, but I believe I can do it. And I want you to believe in me too, because belief matters as a family unit. And proclaim it publicly, not just to your family, but take a picture and post it on Facebook. Not only is that accountability, but it's also going to serve as inspiration to other people. Like, what? Let me find somebody. Lisa from high school is going to have her dream home this year. What the heck is she doing? And I guarantee that they're going to be forced to check themselves, but they're also going to tune into the Lisa show via Facebook every day to see what exactly she's doing to get that dream house and car, right? So tons of pros for sharing your dreams with others. And for the ones that say, you're weird, you're drinking the Kool-Aid, ciao. All right? Peace out. Okay. What you'll need, like I said, I like making the ones that I can touch. You can do it for very inexpensive. I get my phone boards for $1 at Dollar General. You can pay upwards to $4 per board at Michael's, and I don't even go there. I'm like, heck no, I'm not paying $4 when I can get this for $1 at Dollar General. Markers, you can make them colorful if you'd like, right? Quotes and images from old magazines. That's like the more pricier of the things. If you had to buy the magazines, I'm hoping you don't have to. Perhaps going to like a bookstore and saying, when you cash out all of your magazines, or your dentist office or whatever who has them. Some things I like to pull from is like DuPont Registry, because they got the Range Rover, like little things like that, or a home furnishing magazine or whatever, to where you can pull things like pantries that matter to us women, right? And closets, right? And sheds and garages for you gentlemen on the call. Get magazines that you can pull some inspiration from. Happy families holding their hands in like circles and kayaking. Like that was on my very first vision board. I wanted a family that was active and out and happy and smiling together. I will tell you, I wish I wouldn't have done this. My very first vision board I made, and I told you it was before Beachbody. It was in my recovery. I was blessed to find a doctor that taught me these things and the importance of them. And I made a vision board super specific, to the point where I cut out a picture of Tony Stay's face before we were dating and put it on there next to a wedding cake and a wedding ring and a baby and people kayaking. And I basically said to him one day, like, you're on my vision board to marry. I hope that's okay. Things like that, like just super bold and ridiculous. And what's really cool is I got the exact, but better, wedding cake that I put on there that I took out of a $7 magazine from Barnes & Noble. I can remember that, having to buy that magazine, but I'm like, I have to have that cake. And I had that cake. I'm telling you, this was before I made any money with Beachbody. These vision boards work for everybody. You just have to do it and use it and give it meaning, okay? But when I'm really sad that I took apart that vision board to make a new one. I don't know why I did that. I did. I took apart the ones that I'd gotten. I took them off, and I kept the ones that I hadn't gotten. So keep your vision board. Keep your very first one. There's a really cool story in The Secret, which is a documentary about like manifesting and law of attraction, of how this man made vision boards and had them packed away, and then unpacking in his brand new house boxes that are ages old, 5 years old, pulls out his very first vision board. And the house that he put on there was an aerial view of the exact house that he bought 5 to 10 years later, and he didn't even realize it was the same house. Gives me chill bumps. It's crazy, right? So, I'm not even going to say it again. You just got to do it. Okay, I don't know where I went with that, but the magazines. Or you can print from, there's some that I printed from my computer. And then colored paper is optional if you, a lot of times, like, I didn't want marks out on my board, so I would just get a piece of colored paper and rewrite, like, maybe a name or something, and then I'd glue it right over it. I still wanted it to look a little decent because I was looking at it every day. If you aren't going to opt for the physical piece, there's places like, okay, for some reason, Oprah took hers down. She had a vision board maker. It no longer works. Dream It Alive. Just type in vision board maker and it pulls up a lot of things, really. But Jack Canfield has a cool app. I think you can even do it on your phone. And he has a lot of good information about making vision boards. And Jack Canfield was on The Secret. And I believe, is he the guy that did Chicken Soup? Yeah, okay. So the guy's got a pretty good idea. You can use Pages or Word if you use a regular PC, and PicMonkey are all choices of online. But I really do hope that you guys, $20 or less, make your own vision board. Okay, I'm going to share a really quick story. This Diva ring light that I used for these Zoom calls did not come with the cover. And by the end of the call, I'm hot, red, and sweaty. And like, I'm burning up on fire right now because that light sunburns me during calls. Funny story. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. I'm going to kill the recording and do a little Q&A if you guys are up for it. Yes? Okay. Peace.